From the outside looking in, 2023 seems like a great year for gaming. Baldur's Gate, Tears of the Kingdom, Alan Wake, Super Mario Wonder, and of course if you're here then you probably know it was a great year for VR as well. Meta released Quest 3 and Asgard's Wrath, while Sony launched PlayStation VR2 and delivered AAA hybrids that you just can't play anywhere else. But the industry overall has certainly seen better days. Now, I'm not trying to do the thing that everyone said Jeff Keighley should have done. That wasn't his responsibility or mine. But you can't look back at the year honestly without at least mentioning it. Massive publishers laid off huge amounts of their staff, with one studio after another being closed, resulting in thousands of jobs lost. And VR wasn't immune to this. Even First Contact Entertainment, the developers behind one of the most popular PSVR1 games of all time, recently decided to call it quits and close their doors forever. It's a reminder not to take anything for granted, and that includes VR as a viable medium. At this point, everyone, gamers and corporations alike, expected VR to be way more mainstream. PSVR2 was supposed to get all those people who said that VR isn't there yet, and everyone waiting for more AAA VR games to finally take the plunge. But so far, it hasn't happened. Even the Quest 3 with its ravenous marketing budget isn't moving the needle much. So if nothing else, let's all agree on this, that console wars are destructive, that if we want VR to succeed, it won't be by pitting one headset against another. Instead, it requires a unified force of everyone who loves VR talking about why they love VR, rather than wasting our time fighting with each other. Stop engaging with the obvious Twitter trolls that have no idea what they're talking about or are outright lying, because that's getting us nowhere. So yeah, it seems like a strange time to be celebrating, but we do have a lot to celebrate and a lot to be thankful for. For starters, PlayStation VR2 actually came out this year despite the naysayers claiming, literally for years now, that it would never happen. And to go along with that, we got a flood of new VR games and stellar ports that somehow, despite everything, resulted in the absolute best year that VR gaming has ever seen. There are more games than ever, graphics are more realistic than ever, and eye tracking, headset haptics, and adaptive triggers have added immersion in ways that we only dreamt possible. So here's hoping that this is just the beginning, and that PlayStation VR2 has a long life ahead of it, with new adventures around every corner. But maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, because tonight, we're not so much here to look at the future, but instead to honor the awesome games and achievements of 2023. Exclusives, hybrids, PSVR1 remasters, ports, they're all contenders, and you, the viewers, the game cats, you voted and determined all of the winners. So hopefully you ordered your pizza, because we've got a lot of categories to get through, and maybe even a few reveals along the way. This is the 2023 PSVR Award Show.
Hey everyone, it's Frankie from Perp Games. The PSVR2 has had an incredible first 10 months, and as well as digitally publishing, Perp Games is committed to keeping physical games alive. And that's why today we're excited to showcase our range of box games coming out in early 2024, including 4 new titles to the Perp physical collection, starting with one of the best looking games on the PSVR2, Hubris.
Hey everyone. Despite being less than a year old, PlayStation VR2 already has close to 200 games. And most of you have probably heard about all the big ones. Gran Turismo 7, Resident Evil Village and 4, I mean, even Red Matter are all pretty big names amongst VR gamers. But what makes this platform special isn't just the games that everybody has heard about. It's those magical, creative, smaller indie games that come out of nowhere and grab our attention. Our criteria for what constitutes a hidden gem here on the 2023 award show is simple. It's gotta be indie, and it can't have been nominated for any other category. So with that in mind, here are the nominees for Best Hidden Gem. Barbaria by Stalwart Games. Toss by Ajira Games. Tentacular by Fire Punch Games. Townsman by Handy Games. And Runner by Truant Pixel. And the winner is... it's Barbaria! Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Barbaria seemed like it was gonna be just another Gorn clone. But it turned out to be so much more. Being able to build your own base, attack other bases online, and not to mention all the stuff you can unlock and upgrade. This game has so many reasons to keep you coming back day after day. If you haven't played it yet, you're seriously missing out. A massive congratulations to Stalwart Games.
Hello Gamecats, I'm Andrew Jepson from Stalwart Games, and on behalf of everybody here at Stalwart Games, which includes one other person, my partner David Logan, we want to say thank you so much and tell you how honored we are to receive the Best Hidden Gem Award from PlayStation VR without Parole. Winning the Best Hidden Gem Award isn't easy. We pour a lot into Barbaria. It's a passion project for us. We love making it. We really do our best to make sure that people enjoy it. But perhaps even more importantly, it took a deep and abiding commitment to do almost no marketing whatsoever and make sure that our release really flew under the radar, because without that, what are we left with? Just a gem. In all seriousness, it means the world to developers like us to see the community pick up and respond well and enjoy and love Barbaria, have a great time playing it. We will continue to add content, and we hope that you continue to play and enjoy what we've built. Thank you so much, and have a happy New Year.
Game development and marketing, I don't know whether you've noticed, have changed a lot over the last 10 years. Games used to be blind dropped more frequently, with a lot less time between announcement and release. And often what we got at launch was kind of what we got at launch, warts and all. Now with alphas, betas, early access, post-launch content, there's a lot more opportunities for games to pivot, change direction, improve, and evolve over time, which as a player is really exciting. Even with more transparency that gamers now have of the roadmaps of some of their favourite games, the successful ones are typically successful because the developers have cultivated a strong community behind them who feel comfortable providing feedback and suggestions, especially when it comes to how developers can build upon the foundation that they've got. As someone who now works in that live ops space where we live and die with community feedback, games evolve over time by design, there's really everything to be gained by listening to your community, and we want to champion the devs that are actively doing that. So tonight we want to take a moment to recognise the games that are much better now than they were at launch, not only because of the incredible dev teams behind them, that kind of goes without saying, but because of the communities that have rallied behind them to encourage and inspire them as well. So the nominees for Most Improved Game are Switchback VR, Galaxy Kart, No Man's Sky, Green Hell VR, and Crossfire Sierra Squad. And the winner is No Man's Sky. Congratulations, Hello Games. Even if you've been living under a rock and you ignore the non-stop barrage of expeditions and new content that's kept No Man's Sky players engaged for literally years now, you're still left with the incredible improvements the PSVR2 version has gone through since its launch. With numerous graphical updates, it's resulted in probably the biggest and most beautiful universe that VR has right now. So a big congratulations to Hello Games for winning this award. It's been nearly a decade in the making, and I think I can speak for everyone when I say we really hope Light No Fire gets the same VR treatment from you. Please.
Multiplayer games are a dime a dozen, but the ones that thrive on multiplayer interactions, encouraging collaboration, friendly competition, or even just give you the opportunity to hang out with your friends and talk between rounds, somehow these are special. The memories that come with these games are often less about the games themselves, and more about the friendships that were forged along the way. So let us applaud the developers that have leveraged the power of PlayStation VR2 to deliver engaging and inclusive social experiences, as we celebrate their outstanding contributions to the world of multiplayer gaming. Here are the nominees for Best Social Multiplayer Game. Walkabout Mini Golf by Mighty Coconut, Demio by Resolution Games, Among Us VR by Shell Games, Vegas Infinite by Lucky VR, Pavlov by Bankrupt Games. And the winner is Walkabout Mini Golf. It's a game that you can play in silence for hours on end, but it's extremely doubtful that's what will happen when you get in there. Most often than not, we find ourselves telling stories, making jokes, or just getting caught up on life in lieu of a phone call. That's one of the many things that makes Walkabout so special. Congratulations, Mighty Coconut, for a well-deserved win.
Hi there, I'm Lucas Martel, the creator of Walkabout Mini Golf. I just wanted to say thank you so much for these awards, and congrats to our team, our entire team who has been building these worlds and just trying to make mini golf another great reason to put on your headset. So thank you to everyone in the PlayStation community. You've been so welcoming, and it's just been awesome to sort of see the game through fresh eyes. I'd love to stay and hang out and chat, but I've got to get working on the next course. So, whee!
So frequently when talking about VR, we focus on the visuals or interacting with the world around us. And in doing so, it's easy to forget the just as important senses like how things smell or taste, which may be something we address in the future. However, for the time being, we'll pay tribute to the composers and musicians who have enriched our gaming experiences through wonderful compositions, especially the ones that showcases the harmonious marriage between sound and gameplay. With every note and melody, they've transported us into the depth of emotion, amplifying our immersion and enhancing our enjoyment. Here are the nominees for Best Soundtrack. Altair Breaker by Thirdiverse. Red Matter 2 by Vertical Robot. No Man's Sky by Hello Games. Horizon Call of the Mountain by Firesprite. Moss Book 1 by Polyarch. And the winner is Horizon Call of the Mountain. Horizon is a big budget game, especially by VR standards, and Firesprite never lets you forget it. The soundtrack varies depending on your situation, making the exploration feel lonelier, the boss fights more intense, and the adventure overall feel much more epic. Congratulations, Firesprite, for such a memorable experience.
Holidays. As a community, we obviously love to talk about every single aspect of the games that we spend so much time in. But sometimes it's way too easy for us to overlook a game's strengths, and we find ourselves in the weeds talking about mirror, resolution, and reprojection instead of just playing the game and appreciating it for what it is. With that said, sometimes a studio gets everything right. Not just awesome gameplay, but also native frame rates, super high resolution, dynamic foveated rendering, and so on. You get the picture. These are the games that stand out from the pack, in a league of their own. This category is all about recognizing the technical wizards that bring these amazing experiences to life. Here are the nominees for highest graphical fidelity. Red Matter 2 by Vertical Robot. Propagation Paradise Hotel by Wannadev Studio. No Man's Sky by Hello Games. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution by Skydance Interactive. Ancient Dungeon by Eric Tulin. Damn, each and every one of the nominees blew us away with their stunning visuals. But there can only be one winner. So, the winner for highest graphical fidelity is Red Matter 2 by Vertical Robot. Even last year we were blown away by this team's technical ability when they delivered one of the very best looking games on PSVR 1. But now, with PSVR 2, we're talking in native 120Hz with no reprojection, stunning OLED black without any of the Mura, foveated rendering, 4K textures, I mean it's all just stunning. Congratulations, Vertical Robot. You deserve this one.
Hello everyone, Norman here, Technical Art Director and co-founder of Vertical Robot. I'm thrilled to accept the highest graphic fidelity award for our work on PSVR2. This recognition is incredibly motivating and pushes us to keep innovating in the world of VR gaming. And thank you to the amazing PSVR2 community. Your support means the world to us. Cheers, and here's to an exciting year ahead and filled with more groundbreaking VR experiences.
Hello gamers! Well, the team here at Toast have something very exciting to show you. We've decided to bring an overhaul to our beloved classic Richie's Plank experience for PlayStation VR2. That is, VR on the PlayStation 5. Things are about to get a lot more immersive and a lot more scary.
I'm working on some updated buildings for Richie's Plank PSVR2. Mostly focusing on upgrading the models and the textures. We have used new shaders, so it's looking much improved. Higher light map resolution. We're actually using terrain now. Obviously, we've got really improved graphics. Everything's much crisper, obviously thanks to the PSVR2. You can fly around the city and it looks much better all throughout the city. We got all the classic Richie's Planks modes. We got walking the plank, all the spider stuff, nightmare mode, Santa simulator.
I was trying to be like, what works, what's not working. Yeah.
The biggest improvement over the PlayStation 1 version, PlayStation VR2 has actually a really good play size. It just looks better because we can handle more polygons, more textures, more detail, post-processing, which goes a long way. Richie's Plank will actually be pretty damn good on PSVR2.
First-person shooters have dominated the video game sales charts over the last 20 years, but never have they been more intense or more realistic than when throwing on a VR headset. And let's face it, pressing square to reload your weapon just doesn't cut it anymore. And now with PlayStation VR2 adding adaptive triggers and realistic haptics, we don't see the genre dying out anytime soon. It shouldn't come as a surprise that this genre is jam-packed with stellar titles. These are the nominees for Best First-Person Shooter. Star Wars: Tales from the Galaxy's Edge by ILM Immersive. Crossfire Sierra Squad by Smilegate Entertainment. Arizona Sunshine 2 by Vertigo Games. Resident Evil 4 by Capcom. Pavlov by Bankrupt Games. And the winner is Resident Evil 4. As the most action-heavy Resident Evil we've gotten yet in VR, we couldn't be happier with the manual reloads, amazing haptics, boss fights, the vast array of optional weapons and upgrades, and dozens of Ganados and Las Plagas to kill around every corner. Our most sincere congratulations to Capcom for delivering to us another must-have VR title.
All we do is skate and create on a daily. 1, 2. Go. All we do is skate and create, and taking the days off is a natural state since back in the days on the boards and the 4 set of wheels, making sure it's all real. All we do is skate and create, and taking the days off is a natural state since back in the days when we digging in the crates. Yo, need not to worry, we ain't changing our ways. Still on the board, never lost the thrill. Escaping the gray mood that I'm forced to fill. All of the boards that I broke probably cost a mill. No worries, cause I got a big smile across the grill. As long as these fortune wheels that keeps on spinning, I keep on living by the park where it keeps cold chilling.
Hey guys, I'm Brian Paul. I run Without Parole, and I've been working on this award show for the last couple weeks. We're about 30 minutes into the show. I think this is about the halfway point. So it's probably a good time for an intermission. If you voted in all these categories, then you're probably saying to yourself right now, Brian, there are 25 categories and you've only given out a few awards so far. How long is this show going to be? Well, that's why I'm here. There are, I believe, 14 or 15 more categories this year than there's ever been in any of our other award shows. And so to kind of speed things up a little bit, and no offense to anyone who won an award, like we want to make sure we give you the time and respect that you deserve. However, this show would be 4 hours long if we presented everything the way we've been presenting everything. So let's give out a bunch of awards. Let's hear from a bunch of developers, and then we'll get back to the award show proper. All right. The winner for most innovative use of eye tracking goes to End Dreams for Synapse. The best single-player adventure on PSVR2 this year goes to Capcom for Resident Evil 4. The best cozy game, that goes to Mighty Coconut for Walkabout Mini Golf. Best audio design goes to Capcom for Resident Evil 4. Most physically demanding game goes to Cloudhead Games for Pistol Whip. Best narrative goes to Polyarch for Moss Book 2. Most artistic visuals goes to End Dreams for Synapse. Most realistic environment goes to Better Than Life for Kayak VR Mirage. Best puzzle game goes to Vertical Robot for Red Matter 2. Best roguelite goes to End Dreams for Synapse. The most improved PSVR1 to PSVR2 upgrade goes to Hello Games for No Man's Sky. Best retro-inspired game goes to Eric Thelen for Ancient Dungeon. Best manual reloads goes to Bankrupt Games for Pavlov. And best sports game goes to Polyphony Digital for, of course, Gran Turismo 7. All right, let's hear from some of these developers, and then we'll get back to the show.
Hi everyone, my name is Jana, and I'm the Associate Brand Manager at End Dreams who worked on Synapse. Thank you so much to PSVR2 without Parole and their amazing community for voting for Synapse. We're so grateful for all the love and support the game has been receiving from players so far. This award really means a lot to the team as we wanted to make full use of the amazing new features that come with the PSVR2 to give players the best possible telekinesis experience. And we're so glad that all of our efforts paid off and you're all having a great time knocking around enemies. Thank you so much again to all of you.
Hey everyone, it's Alina here from End Dreams. I would like to give you guys a massive thank you on behalf of the Synapse team for giving us the Most Artistic Visuals Award 2023, which became an amazing way to wrap up the year. We hope to keep creating games that you can all enjoy, but for now, we're wishing you a very happy new year, filled with joy and, well, of course, more amazing video games. Bye!
Hello there! I'm Weishen, and I'm a game designer that worked on Synapse. I would like to thank PSVR2 Without Parole and the brilliant community for this award. This award means a lot to us as a team, and to me especially, because Synapse is my first ever commercial game, and I'm also a huge fan of roguelikes myself. It is amazing to see our efforts being recognized, and I hope to continue making amazing games people can enjoy. Once again, thank you so much.
What's up, PlayStation VR community? It's Leon here, part of the team that made Kayak VR Mirage. We're all split up for the holidays right now, but on behalf of myself, Ant and Jetze, the team at Better Than Life, I just want to thank you so much for your support this year and to vote for us to be winner of Most Realistic Environments during these Game Awards. It's a real honor for us, and we spent a lot of time on the environment specifically, meticulously going through them and trying to pay as much attention to detail as possible. So I'm really grateful that that work has paid off. And I can't wait to share more in the next year about what's coming to the game. But for now, I'll just wish you all a happy new year.
Hey guys, I'm Iñaki, co-founder and programmer at Vertical Robot, among other things. I just wanted to express a big thank you for the Best Puzzle Game Award for PSVR2. Getting this kind of support really motivates us to keep working hard on the games we love to make. Also, a huge thank you to the entire PSVR2 community for all the love we've been receiving. Goodbye and Happy New Year from Spain.
Hey everyone, I'm Shauna Sperry, writing lead on Moss Book 2. And on behalf of Polyarch and the entire Moss 2 team, I want to give a big thank you to PSVR Without Parole and to all of the fans and players for this very cool honor. Your support means everything to us, and it's just been such a joy to see you connect with Quill's story and really become a part of it. So thank you so much. Happy New Year!
Hey, my name is Tyler, and I'm the game director here at Cloudhead Games. On behalf of the entire Pistol Whip team, we gratefully accept this award. It has been an absolute blast bringing it to PSVR 2, and we are so thrilled that our rhythm-based combat is as demanding as ever. Our continued success is only because of our amazing community supporting us every step of the way. Thank you so much.
Now it's time for the most spine-chilling category of the night, the scariest PlayStation VR 2 game. Now, if you're a horror fan, VR is one of the greatest inventions of all time. Once upon a time, playing a horror game meant sitting on your couch or maybe on your floor with your eyes glued to a 27-inch monitor halfway across the room with the lights turned off for increased immersion. But these days, it doesn't matter if the lights are on or off, because playing a horror game means donning a VR headset, tuning out the real world and being inside the game, more vulnerable than ever to the threats all around you. And with less than 12 months on the market, PSVR2 has amassed a great library of horror games. But which ones are the scariest? Here are the nominees. Propagation Paradise Hotel by Wanadev Studio, Cosmodread by White Door Games, Resident Evil Village by Capcom, Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted by Steelwall Studios, and The Dark Pictures Switchback VR by Supermassive Games. And the winner is Propagation Paradise Hotel. Very few games have kept us on the edge of our seats, scared to move forward like Propagation has. Like a lot of video games, there are dangers around every turn, but the way Wanadev Studio amps up the tension from the very beginning and refuses to let go is an accomplishment very few developers have replicated. Congratulations.
Hello everyone, I'm Nicola, Community Manager at Wanadev Studio. I'm truly honored to be here at this PSVR2 AWARD SHOW. I can't tell you how thankful we are that Propagation Paradise Hotel has won this award. It's been our most ambitious project so far, and for sure, the scariest one. So, thank you all for your support and your feedback. Thank you so much for being part of our community and playing our games. And thank you PSVR2 without Parole for this opportunity and this event. Our next game won't be as scary as Propagation Paradise Hotel, but if you are curious about it, join us on X and Discord to follow its development. Thank you so much again, and see you soon.
Hey, this is Reggie from Strange Game Studios, and I've got some exciting news to share with you. Our studios had quite the journey, starting out on the Indie Games channel on the 360, moving on to the PS4, and now making PS5 games like our upcoming D-Day Enhanced. As you probably know, this year ended with a low note with the closing of First Contact. Well, I'm stoked to announce that a group of former Firewall developers are joining Strange Game Studios, and the talent they bring to our group is amazing. I can't wait to share more details about the team and what improvements they'll be able to bring to D-Day Enhanced before it's launched next month. Thanks again for all the support over the years, and I can't wait for you to see what we'll be doing next.
Welcome back to Ultra Wings, pilot.
Without Parole coined the phrase VRAF a few years back, and to this day, a lot of people are still scratching their heads and wondering what the f that even means. Well, it means things like reaching out like a to pull open a door, grabbing your inventory off your bag, or even, I don't know, sliding a magazine into your favourite Desert Eagle and taking aim at an approaching horde of zombies. These are all things you do simply with a press of a button on flat screen, but you do it all for your self in VR, and sometimes these VRAF interactions are what make a good game legendary. You c***s. So, without further ado, here are the nominations for the best VRAF interactions. Song in the Smoke Rekindled by 17-Bit, Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 by Skydance Interactive, Green Hell VR by Incuvo, Cosmonius High by Alchemy Labs, and Horizon Call of the Mountain by Firesprite. And the winner is Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution. Skydance has yet again brought the Walking Dead world to life with some of the most VRAF elements we've seen in any VR game yet. In fact, if you've been paying attention, you've probably seen some of those revered mechanics sneaking into a lot of other games from other developers. So, massive congratulations to Skydance Interactive for showing the rest of the industry how it's done. You talented mother. Oh, I shot my window.
Hi everyone, I'm Jeffrey Bard, Game Director at Skydance Interactive, and I don't think I can express how awesome it is to get the nod for VR AF. This community is absolutely amazing, and I feel like we make our games for you, so it is so cool to know that what we do is seen by you. We care so much about immersion here. We want to make games that cannot be experienced in any other format. We want to make sure that we're leaning into things that only VR can do. And immersion and interactivity is such a big part of that. I love that what we do is working. The Walking Dead Chapter 2 has so much of our blood, sweat, and tears in it. And it took a team of dedicated and talented folks to make that happen. Mark Domowitz, we couldn't have done it without you. Tiffany, saying no is the most important thing you could have done. Drew, you are so incredibly clutch. But everyone on the design, art, audio, engineering, and animation teams, look what we did. We are VR AF. Thanks, everyone.
According to the miner's notes, there's something horrifying in the depths of the temples. I see you're getting into it. I recognize the good old dead hook.
Your suit is equipped with a reatomization system.
Kill this disgusting insect.
As great as 2023 was, let's take a minute to look ahead. 2024 is one of the years that could make or break the industry, and as PSVR2 gamers, we are hoping Sony steps up their game, breaks their silence, and lets us know what first-party games we'll be playing, or what AAA studios they've partnered with. But until then, we look to third-party indie developers who've been carrying the VR industry on their back almost since the beginning. These are the nominees for the most anticipated PSVR2 games: Wanderer, Fragments of Fate by Mighty Eyes, Arcane Age by Vitruvius VR, Phasmophobia by Kinetic Games, Behemoth by Skydance Interactive, and Aces of Thunder by Gaijin Entertainment. And the winner is Behemoth by Skydance Interactive. Skydance has proven themselves again and again in the VR space, and considering we've only seen CGI trailers for Behemoth so far, and it won the vote by a landslide, it seems like you agree. Hopefully, Behemoth will satisfy all of our Monster Hunter and Shadow of Colossus VR dreams when it finally materializes in late 2024. Congratulations, Skydance. We can't wait to see what you have in store.
Hey, this is Peter Ackerman from Skydance Interactive. I'm fighting a little Christmas COVID today, so please bear with me. I'm here on behalf of Skydance's Behemoth team to accept this award for Most Anticipated VR Game of 2023. This is a huge deal, especially coming from PSVR2 Without Parole, the true believers of true believers in VR, who absolutely get the medium to its core and understand the vision for what we're trying to create. I must say it is humbling to receive an award for a game that we haven't even shipped yet, especially for those who have been following us, that's taking longer than expected. That is rough. It takes a toll on a team, both on the creative folks and on the people paying for it. So I can tell you this is a welcome boost that's going to be felt at every level. I can also say, however, that aside, our faith in Behemoth has been unwavering from the beginning, and I would say it has felt like destiny. Coming off of Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, and with the combat we had achieved there, we knew that if we put our heads down and built out a full combat system, we could take Melee to a level never before seen in video games. And, battling gigantic monsters in the best medium in the world for scale, some ideas just sell themselves. Last I'll say, at a personal level, as a little kid who spent his days wondering at mythic ideas of battling heroes and gigantic beasts, this is a dream come true. So let me close with a shout out to Todd Adamson, whose vision and leadership brought Behemoth into being, to our incredible development team who bangs it out every day, and to Skydance, whose commitment to greatness and whose faith in us is going to let us make Behemoth all it can be. So I thank you again for your confidence. I hope that we live up to your expectations and that we see you again in a year when the work is done.
Wow, so yeah, it's true that time flies when you're having fun, because PlayStation VR2 is less than a year old and has already garnered a quite impressive lineup of games. And this is just the beginning. There is still so much more coming in the new year. Stay tuned. But for now, let's celebrate everything 2023, because in just 10 short months, we gotten the best versions of cross-platform titles, remakes of absolute PSVR 1 classics. Although, there's still one missing. I'm looking at you, Sony. Please make it happen. Okay, and other things that also came to PSVR 2 were AAA hybrids and, of course, some juicy exclusives. Real treats for the eyeballs, as I would say. So these are games that you simply can't play anywhere else, making the PSVR2 a VR system that's hard to say no to. So without further ado, here are the nominees for the games that were built from the ground up exclusively for PlayStation VR2. Synapse from Endreams. Song in the Smoke Rekindled from 17-bit. Horizon Call of the Mountain from Firesprite. The Dark Pictures Switchback VR from Supermassive Games. And last, Sea Smash VRS from Wolf and Wood Interactive. And the winner is... Can I have a virtual drum roll, please? Can you make some noise in the chat so this moment gets less awkward and more epic? Thank you. Keep it coming. Yes, more. Okay, this is it. You ready? And the winner of this award is... Horizon Call of the Mountain. What a surprise. And built from the ground up for VR, Call of the Mountain takes the iconic Horizon franchise to the next level, literally, and lets you experience magical worlds and, oh yes, dangerous terrains in first-person VR. Sure, there might be a lot of climbing involved, but the adventure is a memorable one, and getting to meet Aloy, man, such a blast and so iconic. A massive congratulations go out to developers Firesprite and Guerrilla Games for this awesome achievement. Keep it up and thank you for everything you have done for the VR community so far. Bye bye!
I welcome thee to a new world where my sky is deceptively blue, conveying peace and prosperity, but betrays the very turmoil below.
It's never easy figuring out what the best game on a platform is. If you watched our last top 25 debate, then you know it took us 7.5 hours to figure it out. But our award show is different. This is when our votes don't matter. Well, I guess they do, but they don't matter more than your votes. And this year, you showed up in record numbers, with nearly 700 of you voting for this category alone. So let's not waste any more time. These are the nominees for Best PSVR2 Game. Resident Evil 4 by Capcom. Resident Evil Village by Capcom. Gran Turismo 7 by Polyphony Digital. No Man's Sky by Hello Games. Red Matter 2 by Vertical Robot. And the winner, by a landslide, is Resident Evil 4. Not only did we get one of the best flat-screen games of the year converted into VR with stunning visuals and gameplay, but this time it came along with full trophy support and some really killer boat controls. I was almost positive that Gran Turismo was going to take this one, but RE4 won by a pretty substantial margin. So congratulations go out to Capcom for making this year truly special for VR. Oh, and before we go, here's one last thing.
You're losing your integrity, soldier.